Welcome back to my Mental Health and Crime channel. My name is Huda London. I'm a licensed cognitive behavior therapist and a licensed mental health counselor. This is the case of the Idaho quadruple murders that took place on the 12th to the 13th of November 2022. May the four victims, rest in peace and condolence to their family. May the correct justice and proper justice be served in this case. I'd like to start by wishing everyone a happy Monday and a blessed week. Thank you for all your comments. I love my subscribers and viewers because I learn so much from them, and I hope they learn something from me. I do see that all the subscribers and viewers mostly are here for the right reasons. We want to figure out exactly what happened to these 4 children. The reason I call them children, or should I say youngsters, are because they were children. They just started their life properly. And it's unfair what happened to them. But I would like to address a few comments that I received. I received a lot of positive comments, and I really thank you all for the support, the motivation, the kindness that you're showing me in this channel. I'm used to getting a lot of hate, and I look at it this way. The more hate you get, that means I'm doing something right. When you get comments that are really rude, especially for no reason, it kind of dismotivates you to go on trying to help in this case. But the good thing is I sit back and do a self-reflection as a counselor and think to myself, what purpose am I in this case for? And then I remember these 4 beautiful faces and their families need the justice. I've received a couple of comments from yesterday, from actually last night. I had to honestly come to the stage that it was going back and forth, and the person wasn't being respectful, and I could just see the person had a lot of hate towards me. So I blocked the person. And now I receive these comments, examples saying, if you're going to take on this case, get the names right. Pippi Longstrom is one of them. The other one I blocked, and the other few I still haven't read. I'm getting all this heat and all this hate because I mispronounce EATON his name. Instead of writing ETHN, EATON, instead of writing ETAN, I wrote ETIN. That's a spelling mistake with one alphabet. So for me to be getting so much heat and so much hate, Pippi Longstrom, I built this channel to spread awareness. When you come out with hateful comments like you shouldn't take on this case, this ain't your channel. I'm motivated for these students. I don't deal with people who are full of hate, but actually I do deal with them for a living. That's why I became a mental health counselor. I'm fed up of all this hate going around in this world. If I can do any good, I'll try and do good. I'll give you a very good example. I was trying to work hard. I was so motivated in the case of Nicola Bully from Lancashire, UK, which became quite viral in social media and in the world. Nicola Bulley was a 45-year-old mother who went out for a walk. She never came back. I personally believe it was a foul play case. Nicola's body was found 23 days later on in the river. There was huge searches for her. And you'll need to check the case because there's a lot of, I've worked on that case hard, so there's a lot of Nicola Bulley in my channel. The reason I brought the example of Nicola Bulley is there's many channels who are saying Nicola Bulley. Her name is Nicola Bulley. But I didn't go around telling them not to take on the case if they can't spell Nicola's name right. That would be wrong. None of us have the right to be telling people whether they mispronounce names or not, to not take on a case. Because I know they all are doing it for good intentions. And they were doing a beautiful job. Just like in this case. There are many different YouTube creators on this case. And I appreciate each and every of them. We could think different. We could be focused on different things. But still, we all are here to get justice for these students. I don't believe the other channels get as much as heat as my channel. And I think that is personal. And I'm fed up of correcting people because I know how people think as a cognitive behavior therapist. Honestly. I'm not boasting about that, but that's the truth. What does a spelling mistake have to do with somebody who's working so hard to get justice for these 4 students? There are some people who just wait for you to make a mistake so that they can jump on you. I have a full-time job. I have a family to look after. And I'm lucky in my summer break, I've been using my motivation and dedication on my channel to get justice for these 4 victims. If I have to apologize to anyone of getting a name wrong, that would be to EATON, Chip and his family. To his parents, to his loved ones, to his siblings. But I don't even think they would come in my channel and say, oh, you mispronounced his name. Because they can see I'm very respectful and mindful with all the students. I never say anything bad about them. And I don't go into deep rabbit holes making them look bad. So I appreciate all the comments I get, both good and bad. But if somebody's criticizing me for something, at least criticize me for the contents. You're not supposed to be even criticizing because that is hate. But if you intend to do that, don't come out with a spelling mistake. That is wrong. I've got it from so many people that it's starting to really ruin my day. I'm not going to spoil my motivation over that. Last night was a very sad day. Most of the people in this channel are following the Idaho murder case. I've been working on Summer Moon Uterel's case, the 5-year-old girl from Tennessee, Hawkins County, Tennessee, who has been missing since 2021 June. Nana Angel is a YouTube creator who worked hard on this case. She made a live stream on Saturday night. I replayed it. On Sunday, we got the news that Nana Angel died. May she rest in peace. Condolence to her family. That hurted me. It really hurted me because I knew she had a lot of motivation. She dedicated a lot in Summer Wells' case. So that is an example of life is too short. I'm fed up of all this hate for nothing. So let's be respectful to each other. I've corrected the name EATON. I apologize for that. I corrected the I to the A. No big deal. I shouldn't be getting hate for that. If you don't like my channel, you don't need to be here. I'm serious. If you think a spelling mistake is the end of the world, or that people should leave rude comments, that is wrong. As for Pippi Langstrom, you have no right to be telling me if you're misspelling his name, maybe you shouldn't even do this case. Who are you to be telling me? Take your hate somewhere else, not to my channel. You're just giving me bad vibes, and I've worked hard for this case. Everyone is entitled to subscribe to which creator they want. Everyone's entitled to unsubscribe. But nobody should be leaving rude and hateful comments to people. That is not even allowed under the YouTube guidelines. YouTube reads every comment. It's not only us that are reading it. Remember that. So in case you think you're very fresh and you know what you're doing, then deal with YouTube. Because they can exactly see who is saying what. Even the people who put in hateful comments, I try to actually reply in the most decent and mindful way, because that's how I'm raised and that is my education. I do therapy for a living. So I deal with all kind of people and I have the patience. But this is going too far. There has to be boundaries, there has to be ethical morals, and there has to be respect. As for most of my subscribers, besides one or two, there's always one and two who will come and try to troll around or to say bad words, to make you sad and depressed and just leave YouTube. That ain't happening. The more I get nasty comments, the more I know that I'm doing something right. Those two human beings, may they rest in peace, deserve justice. And if they were here, I believe they would have thanked me for trying to get justice for them. They wouldn't be saying, EATON wouldn't be saying, who do you spelled my name wrong, so don't work on this case. How unprofessional is that of people to think like that? I want justice for the 4 victims, and I know most of the people want that. Some people are here for drama, I guess, like Pippi Langstrom. Take your drama, take your hate to another channel. For the rest of my subscribers, viewers, I love you all, I respect you all motivate me. You all come out with different ideas, and I've noticed you're always mindful, respectful towards me, towards my channel, and especially towards the YouTube guidelines. I don't want to be arguing and discussing with people that I don't even know. We all are here for one purpose, to get justice for these victims, not to hate on each other. Life is too short. Why would I hate on someone or speak rudely or leave a rude comment to someone I don't even know? But it still leaves an impact on me when people insult me or speak rudely to me, just like it would have left an impact on y'all. I've been so sad and disappointing reading the comments of few people. The rest are so beautiful and intelligent and mindful. When people leave rude comments, it just brings out your personality. It brings out your character. And that is not a good sign. Some people just love drama, they love trolling, and they just don't like you for whatever purpose. I'm not here to judge people. I'm always respectful and mindful. But when hate comes to my channel, I deal with it. I deal with it for a living, to start with. I don't need to be dealing with it in YouTube, on YouTube. I was sitting and feeling sad, disappointed about the comments. Then I thought to myself, address it once and for all, so that people are mindful and think twice. And I'm not talking to everyone. Y'all know 99% of y'all are good people. Even when we don't agree on certain subjects, you'll write it nicely. And you'll are always good to say, that's my opinion. And I tell you my opinion too. We have discussions. And I love the discussions in this channel, because y'all all are very decent, respectful people. Without even knowing y'all, I feel like I know y'all, because y'all carry so much morals. You carry so much love, not only for the victims and their families, even towards each other when y'all are discussing in the comments. And that is beautiful. That's the way it's supposed to be, that we are mindful in what we write. And there are YouTube guidelines that we have to follow. So I hope I don't have to address this again. And even if it happens again, don't be surprised if I just block people, because I'm trying to find justice for these young people. I apologize once again to EATON, Chip and his family, for a spelling mistake, and I know they wouldn't even take it seriously. This is not about EATON. The case is about EATON, may rest in peace, and XANA, Kaylee, and Maddie. But this looks like it's more personal, about people being bored or being hateful. The people are leaving the comment. One person left a comment, I can't remember her name and I wouldn't say it, but she was so respectful. She said, could you please correct the mistake of EATON? She wasn't rude, she wasn't loud, and she wasn't disrespectful. So I appreciate her, and I appreciate people who correct me. I'm not saying don't correct me. I will make a lot of mistakes. I agree. We're humans. Correct me, but in a decent and mindful way. Not in a way that brings hate. Like I said, Nana Angel is not a big YouTube creator, but she had a lot of subscribers. She was a very decent person. She was very engaged and involved in Summer Wes's case, and now she's no longer in the earth. May she rest in peace. Condolence to her family. I can imagine what they're going through and what they're feeling. So life is too short. Let's love each other, not hate each other. Let's not be rude to each other. Let's use that valuable time to get justice for these 4 students. Look at the beautiful smiles. I believe they're talking to us, although they're not present in the world. I can feel them saying, get justice for us. Please get justice for us. Just like Nicola Bulley's case, Summer Wes's case, Orville and Austin's case. There's so many cases that these victims are crying out for help, crying out for justice. And I personally believe there's more in this case. That's the reason I'm not giving up. Those 3 unidentified male DNAs needs to be handed over to Ann Taylor. Why is Bethany Funk's file sealed? It's a very important question. Was Bethany Funk awake? Did she see something? Why does BK want to speak to her? Does BK know Bethany Funk from before? Does he know Dylan? Because the police said clearly, and I've heard many times, that none of the 4 victims knew BK personally or knew him. So I'm focused on the 2 surviving roommates. What do they know? What did they exactly see? Did Dylan actually see a man with a bushy eyebrows? The place was dark. And Brian Koberger has that eye condition, snow vision, I think it was, or something. I'm going to be corrected for that too. But honestly, how could she see a man with bushy eyebrows? Because her door was half open or something like that. I can imagine in the dark you may get a glimpse of the height, that it's a tall person. You may get a glimpse of that he has on a mask, or if he has on glasses, even if he has on gloves. But how would she know the bushy eyebrows? If you ask me, the guy in the Banfield stop, where the alcohol miners were stopped, had the most bushiest eyebrows ever. And he was on his way to the Sigma Chi. Didn't we hear that EATON had a fight with some people? With some of his friends? Or people from the Sigma Chi? Wasn't this murder supposed to have happened between 3 to 4? That is what was always said in the beginning. Why were timelines changed? The car that was seen near the gas station was at 03:45 a.m. It was 3:45 in the morning. And it was going the other direction. So if that was BK's car, how could he be at the murder scene at 4:05? Many things doesn't make sense here. They were searching for a white Hyundai Elantra with occupants in it. They kept on saying the occupants we need to talk to the occupants. We need to talk to the person or people. No, they said person or persons in the white car. Didn't Jack D have a white Elantra in front of his house? I showed you all the picture. Didn't he have a white pickup car in front of the house? Why was Jack D wearing a bandage on his hand? I showed you all that. Why did he have... No, he had bandage on his hand and he had band-aids on his fingers. His face was swollen. Just a question. Where was John Showalter? Did he go directly home? He likes playing around with K-bar knives, hunting. We've seen that. 2 K-bar knives is on the floor. On the picture of when they killed the cow, trigger warning. Why is EATON and XANA Conodal is timelines in question? Why did the police ask the public for help with their timelines? Everyone is so focused on Madison Morgan and Kaylee Congalves that nobody is thinking that the possibility because these are 4 people. 2 were in a separate party in Sigma Chi. And we know that a fight broke out there, that EATON was involved. And Maddie and Kaylee were together in the corner club and the grub truck. And I believe a lot started from the corner club. You can see the grub truck, that there are many dodgy characters. People are lying, like Joe Vito, lying in many things. First he said he had only 1 drink, then he said later on I had... No, first he said I don't drink at all, I didn't drink, I was sober. Then later on he said, yeah, I had 1 drink. If that is a lie, then he had 2 drinks or 3 drinks. When he's ordering his food, pay attention to his voice. He says, can I have a... when he's reading the menu. He wasn't sober at all. He said for entertainment purposes, we laugh at the zombies and people are intoxicated. The man is saying that in his interview after the 4 victims died. Where's the respect? Where's the mindfulness? Families are grieving and going through bereavement. And this man is sitting on TikTok, sitting and talking to people in TikTok and giving an interview, still talking bad about the deceased victims. That is shameful. I don't like liars. Once you lie, then there's more into this case to be dug. He was giving signals or doing whatever with the Coca-Cola can. People can look at it the way they want to. But I see what I see. And I'm one person who's decided whatever I see, I'm going to point it out. Somebody put something into Maddie's mouth, but still I hear, no, he put the ticket into her mouth. Why would he put a ticket into her mouth? And why would Maddie suck on a ticket? Trigger warning. It is the truth. He went to the corner, got something, he waved, he got something, exchanged something, and that was money, obviously. And then he came, slyly looking around, pay attention, and then he puts it in her mouth. I've heard he put chewing gum in her mouth. That was funny. Why would he go to a corner, exchange something, and then put it in her mouth? He was actually waiting for Maddie and Kaylee to come there. You can clearly see it. Most of the people in the grub truck was at least involved in putting something into Maddie's mouth. And on top of that, after he put it, he tells number 8, his friend in the black clothes, it's written number 8 on his jersey. He says, he puts the sign of, he folds his hands and he puts it under his ear, under his head, like, I'm going to put her to sleep. So was he part of the plan? Allegedly. Why would he put something in someone's mouth and then say, I'm going to put them to sleep? We shouldn't run away from the truth. There's more to this case, and I personally believe that all this is hidden because it could be anyone who did this crime. I'm talking about even the college students. That's why the university and the police, I personally believe, have decided to hide all this, because if their students are involved, it's going to affect the 40% income that Idaho Moscow gets from the students itself. Imagine if we heard in the beginning that the students were involved. Think about how many parents would stop enrolling their children into that college. There was over 4 police body cams, or 5, that came to the house. They could see all the partying that's going on, and not even once did the police go inside the house. I know United States is 52 states or 50 states, so it's totally different how the police work. But in the UK, if they see such kind of parties, they knock, they speak to the people outside, and then they go inside and check what's going on. And I think that is right. That is not breaching people's rights. The police need to know, especially if it's minors. The police would have gone and busted that party immediately. And then the council of the borough would have given a notice to the landlord of the property and said, we can't have such behavior. It's antisocial behavior. It's disturbing the taxpayers that are going to work, and it's dangerous for these youngsters to shut down the house. Believe me, they try to avoid such things from the beginning. And they have cameras everywhere, even if they don't care about if you have a dash cam or not. They have cameras in the buses, in the streets, everywhere possible, shops, everything. The government makes sure that cameras everywhere, even in small places. That's the reason crimes are solved quite quickly here. Unless it's an extreme crime, which it happens. There's some crimes that there isn't much cameras there, but then they have other ways of solving it. It's just an example. So what I'm trying to say is it really upsets me and hurts me that something could have been done from the beginning. When the parties was going on, the police should have shut down the place. Even if they kicked the students out of the house, I know people would say that's wrong. They would have at least been alive today. Think about that. It's no excuse what happened there. It shouldn't have happened. And it was preventable. Because apparently the college students knew it was a party house. It was labeled as a party house whether we like it or not. I'm not judging anyone. We've seen what was going on there. Even the news says that the house was a party house. These are not my words. In the beginning, they said the house was targeted. Of course, if it's a party house, it depends. What was in the party? What was going on? We saw Emma Bailey coming out to the party. And that is important, I believe, because she and Demetrius Robinson have overdosed someone with fentanyl. Trigger warning. Although they busted the case and they were let go, it's not right. Instead of learning something from that incident, she still went and got caught with DUI, drinking under the influence in Washington Pullman. These innocent students could have maybe not even known anything and things were put in the house. Maddie, God bless her soul, and Kaylee. You could hear Kaylee's voice. She was upset. She said, Maddie, what did you tell Adam? And Maddie said, I told Adam like everything. So what did they tell Adam? And who did Adam tell whatever was told to him? Any of the 4 people could have been targeted. XANA and EATON, may the rest in peace, could have been targeted by people from the Sigma Chi because their timelines are not told to us for whatever reason. That's just my opinion, and it's strictly for entertainment purpose only. I'll leave it there, and I apologize once again to Eaton's family if I misspelled his name. I owe the apology only to Eaton's family and to the victim's family. To my subscribers, whoever got upset of that, I apologize to you all too. But to the people who are being hateful, and they know exactly who they are, I ain't apologizing to you all. I don't owe you all apology. I owe the family apology. And if you're respectful like Pippi Longstrom, if you were respectful, I would have given you a respectful comment. But do not come in my channel telling me you shouldn't be working on the case if you can't spell the name. Ain't your business. Simply, you can unsubscribe, you can do whatever you want. But stop being so hateful. That's all I have to say. As for my subscribers, viewers, thank you for taking your time to listen. People who've been following me from day one know I'm a very respectful person. That's my character, and that is, I follow the mental health guidelines. We care about people. I don't like to hurt people. Hurtful things can lead to negative thinking, negative automatic thinking, which is not good for people, which leads to other mental health issues. So I'm not interested in hate. I believe the world needs more love. Look after yourselves, everyone. Have a lovely, blessed Monday, a lovely week. Be kind to each other. It doesn't cost anything. A smile can lighten up someone's day. Look at the beautiful smiles. Maybe get justice, the correct justice, and find out what exactly happened to these 4 students and who was so cruel enough to do it. Thank you very much. Bye.